This is FIBA Podcast. Thank you for joining us in our morning daily devotion.
We are compared to a sower having seed in our hand. Have you ever thought about the simple power of a seed? It is small, it is quiet, and you can hold a handful of them and they don't look like much. But buried in the soil, a seed has the power to become a forest, a harvest, a garden, or a field that can feed a family. Jesus knew the power of a seed, and that's why he told the parable of the sower. We see a farmer scattering seed on all kinds of soil, the path, the rocky ground, thorns, and good ground. And for a long time, maybe we've read that parable and thought, oh, that's a nice lesson for a pastor or a preacher. But here's the truth. If we have tasted God's goodness, we are also called to be like that sower. It is an identity that is given to us by God Himself. The question is simple. Do we see ourselves as a sower? Do we have seed in our hands? And where are we supposed to scatter it anyway? In the parable, the sower can't sow if he didn't have any seed with him. And for us, the seed is the Word of God. The encouraging part is, this act of sowing does not really depend on our perfect preaching skills, our theology, or our eloquence. It depends on our willingness to collect seed every day. Gathering seed by sitting at His feet, reading His Word, and letting Him fill our hands with truth and grace. Once we are willing and ready, our job becomes simple. Just take that little seed and sow it into the hearts of people around us. You see, we often overcomplicate evangelism. We think it requires a stage or a microphone, but the powerful sowing happens in the ordinary, everyday moments of life. A mother sows seeds of faith into her young children, not with a sermon, but probably with a story. She tells them about David and Goliath at bedtime. She shares her own faith journey, the time God helped her when she was afraid. And these stories are powerful seeds. Husbands and wives can sow seeds, helping each other with a word of encouragement at the right moment. It can help your spouse overcome a weakness or build a strength. You may not realize the potential that one action has, but your words can become seeds of affirmation, falling on the soil of the person who is weak and vulnerable. And then there is the workplace. This is where we often forget that we are sowers. We are so absorbed with the work that is entrusted to us, just to finish a deadline, a place to earn a paycheck. But remember, the workplace is a field ripe for sowing. We sow by our honesty, by our integrity, and by our sincerity. When you refuse to cut corners, when you treat a difficult client with love, and when you don't engage in gossip, you are sowing seeds. You are acting as a signboard that points to the God you serve. I am reminded of a friend who did something very simple. She placed a small tabletop calendar on her office desk. It had a Bible verse for each day. One day, a client walked in. He was going through a major crisis, completely overwhelmed. He glanced at the desk and read the verse for that day. My God shall supply all your needs according to His riches in glory. That one sentence landed in his heart. It led to a conversation, and eventually the client began to turn his trust to God, who could get him out of his crisis, who could solve his problems. My friend did not preach a sermon. She just put a seed where someone could see it. I have experienced this myself. Many times at my workplace, I have held hands with fellow teachers right across my office table in the middle of a stressful day and prayed with them through a difficult situation. These moments of prayer were seeds. They could say, sitting there, "Yes, ma'am, I believe God is there. I believe He can help me." Now, we have to be honest. Jesus Himself warned us that not every seed will grow. Sometimes the seed is snatched away before it even takes root. Sometimes it is choked by the worries and distractions or the busyness of our lives. You might share with someone about how God helped you, and by the time it's lunch, they have forgotten the story that you shared. You might pray with your child, and they just seem so disinterested. But here's the key: the condition of the soil does not stop the sower from sowing. Your job is not to force the harvest. Your job is to keep scattering seed, keep being faithful, keep putting that calendar on your office table, keep telling those Bible stories to the children in your home, keep praying with your spouse. The seed you sow today might look hidden for years in someone's heart. It might be buried deep in their memory. It might be lying dormant in your spouse. But hidden does not mean dead. So, dear friend, look at your hand today. What seed has God placed in it? And look at the ground beneath you, your home, your office, and your friend circle. You are not just a bystander, you are a sower. And there will be a rich harvest in due season if you choose not to give up. So keep scattering, keep filling your palms with seed, and keep sowing.
Dear listener, we are here to stand with you in your time of need. We want to pray with you and for your prayer request. Do you need someone to talk to? We are here for you. Call us or send a message at +91 636 425 2164 +91 636 425 2164. God bless you.